this year's tournament. We start with 418 players, each putting up $10,000 for the buy-in. Total prize pool is over $3 million with a payout to the top 48 places. Hi again, everybody. Barry Tompkins, my partner Michael Koenig alongside Nenad Medici, a young guy with the chip lead. Question I have for you, Mike, is can he bully the field like a veteran would?
That's what he's supposed to do, Barry, but honestly, if you haven't been there before, it's pretty tough. When you have such a large chip lead, all roads are supposed to travel through your personal toll booth. The problem for Medici is he's got players like Kenneth James there who know how to chip away at what seems like an insurmountable lead. Medici has one thing going for him, though. He's on the left of James, and he can use that superior position to his advantage. Should be a good match.
Well, he's got the toll booth. What he has to prevent is any free rides. 5 players at this table, and Medici with the big stack, Smithy with the short stack,
and Kenneth James with a big hand.
Yes, indeed. Medici probably won't shy away from this hand.
Ooh.
Do you know what the big blind is?
It's 5,000, right? Isn't the big blind 5,000?
Yeah. Is that a legal race?
Just covering the stack.
Medici is
He knows
making a reference to what we would consider a little bit of an over raise here by Kenneth James. Normally players raise 3 or 4 times the big blind. James has raised 7 times the big blind, and Medici lays down the ace queen.
What'd you have?
Huh?
What'd you have? Seriously.
Smithies just can't get involved.
Can you show if I tell you?
Yeah.
I had ace queen.
I mean, seriously, how good is this guy?
Wow.
I mean, seriously. I mean, it's driving me nuts, man. Really. You're gonna make me puke.
If you make it less, I might re-raise. 35, I got nothing committed.
I was hoping, no, but I was hoping you'd look at his stack, right?
Yeah.
Knowing what I'm doing,
yeah,
and then repop me.
Well, Nenad Medici is a guy who made the final table in his very first tournament and proves that this game of poker is indeed international.
I was born in former Yugoslavia, Serbia now. Moved in '88 when I was around 6, 7 years old. Moved to Canada. That's right before the war started over there, and we've been living a pretty good life in Canada. But I'm not that big on the money as I've talked to some of these players here. They're making a big deal. They just want to make like one jump to 6th place. 50,000 means a lot to them. I go every other summer or so back to Serbia, and then the average pay over there is $200 a month, and then kind of, I don't know, puts a perspective on the game. That plays a pretty big cash game. These big tournaments, $1 million prize pools, $4 and $5 million prize pools, and it's kind of tough going back there, seeing the way they live.
Pretty thoughtful guy, isn't he?
Yeah, and it really does put things into perspective. We're playing for big stakes, we're playing for big prestige, but it really is just a game.
Smithy's going to go all in with this ace-10.
It's kind of like a rerun.
He's been very patient, very reticent about getting his last chips in there, and the other players might want to give him credit for that. But James is not going to be able to get away from this ace-9. Mark Smithies has a great situation here, Barry. Assuming Medici, oh, another, oh! No, well, his great situation just got pretty rotten. I think Medici needs to just call.
He's going to think about it for a minute here.
Is it 39.5 total?
Medici already has 5,000 in the big blind, so 34.5 to call.
You have
to see the flop.
I'm worried about you.
And what typically happens here, Barry, is
I want to say something, but I can't.
2 big stacks going against a short stack have an unspoken covenant normally at this stage in the tournament where they'll just see the flop, the turn in the river, they'll play soft, and they'll try to get rid of the small stack.
How can you ask for any more than that, huh? Seriously.
Might keep me going a little bit longer.
I check.
Kenneth James, before the flop even comes out, says he checks, and Medici says he checks too. They've agreed to just show it down.
And a queen for Medici.
I check.
40.
Well, no more friendly play here. Medic is not going to let Kenna James draw. I'm not sure what he's concerned about James drawing at. Perhaps a flush draw. This is for a side pot. Smithies, of course, can do nothing but watch.
All right.
And he won't like it. James throws it away. And Medic will win the hand. He will eliminate Smithies in the process.
Drawing dead.
So Smithies will go home, having finished third in that hand. 21st place and 18,000 and change. But quite a showdown, I think, between James and Medic. Medic adds to the big stack he already has. This is the PartyPoker.net Aussie Millions. Welcome back to the PartyPoker.net Aussie Millions. Barry Tompkins, Michael Koenig alongside. We have a new player added to the mix here. Gary Benson at 210,000. The Nod Medic still the chip leader, and he is really the chip leader by more than 300,000 chips over Kenna James. Neary hanging around as well.
Blinds have been raised. 3,000 in the small, 6,000 in the large. Everybody antes 1,000, 14,000 in the pot before the cards are dealt. And that's something juicy to shoot at.
It's not cheap.
And I expect Nenad Medic, especially with cards like that, to start using that huge stack of 840,000 chips to put pressure on his table mates.
Benson with a 6-5.
And the one good thing going for the short stack Benson is that he's directly to the left of Medic. He gets to act after him on most hands.
He's going to call with that 6-5. Ace-8 deuce. Doesn't do anything for Benson.
Medic checks. A bet probably would have taken down this pot.
And a 7 on the turn.
Benson picks up an open-end straight draw. Oh, and Medic is going to let him see the river for free. And he makes
caught
the
it.
straight.
Yep, Medic let Benson in this hand. 22,000 now the bet from Benson into Medic, who has got to feel like, I blew this one.
Well, really unusually passive play for a guy with so many chips. He let the short stack see all 5 cards for free. He let what was really a very weak hand back into a victory. Now, that 9 not only completes a straight, but it also completes a potential flush draw. Medic can't think his king high beats anything here, and I think he's going to have to fold no matter how many chips he has. He calls.
He
My
does
goodness.
call, and he's going to lose at a pretty good pot this time for Gary Benson. Newest member of the table at 210,000 is going to improve upon that by a goodly amount.
Barry, that call was completely mystifying to me. All Medic could beat was a queen high, and I think he just sloughed off some free chips.
Gives us a chance to get away from our main table for just a moment, take it to one of the outer tables. Bill Argyros is all in against Lee Nelson. Argyros ace-9, Nelson pair of jacks with a big edge. To the flop.
Oh, there's the ace.